and Hadoop. Okay, so very, very important, guys. Okay, so if you don't have proper security on Hadoop clusters, who will use our Hadoop clusters? Okay, so okay, so when it comes to security, what are the different ways of securing Hadoop clusters? Okay, so there are different things to secure your cluster. The first thing is that authentication. What do you mean of authentication here, guys? What do you mean of authentication here? Can somebody tell me?
Password, sir.
Authentication means okay, so how do you identify whether you are a valid user or not? Suppose, okay, let's say, okay, so you are working in XYZ company and they have a Hadoop cluster and you have access to that, okay? And I came to that, okay, can I use my user ID password, okay, to log into your Hadoop cluster?
No, sir.
Huh? No, right? Okay, why?
Because this company will be given the authentic credential, login credentials separately for us now. So we'll be identified through our credentials only. We cannot.
Okay. So yes, okay. So you're right. Okay. So company has given your credentials. Okay. Then where do you store those credentials? What do you mean of the credentials here? So obviously, okay, see, if you want to identify you're a correct user, okay, if you provide a valid user ID password, and if that valid, the user ID password is valid as per system, then it will allow you. Okay. One simple example. Okay. So let's say I want to connect Ambari machine. What I will do, okay, I will open putty. I'll say 100.168.56.121. Okay, I'll try this one. Okay. So now, okay, is it allowing me directly to log into the system, or is it asking, okay, provide a username? Okay, login as. Okay, so I will say Venkata. Okay, and I type some password. Okay, some password I'll type. What is it saying? Access denied. Why is it saying access denied? Because okay, we have not entered any proper username and password. Okay, suppose what in case if I enter proper username and password? Okay, suppose okay, I'm logging here. Okay, so 192.168.56.121. Okay. I'm logging as Alan. Okay. Now I've given a proper user ID and password. It worked. It allowed me to log in. Okay. So this is called as authentication. So authentication means okay, you are proving yourself that you are a valid user. Okay, or you have valid user ID password to log into the system. Understand? Okay. So that is called as authentication. Okay. So if you see authentication, it's a process of verifying the identity of a user or a service. Okay, identity of a user or a service. Okay, so the user authentication of LDAP per ID. Okay, so we will do one thing before we start. Okay, what we will do? Okay. Okay. Let us try to understand. Okay, what is this LDAP or what is this AD and all actually? Okay. Yes. Okay. You know that okay, we have built a cluster. Okay, so this is the cluster we have built. Okay, so this is the cluster okay, we have built, and okay, we have one edge node. Okay, so we have 10 data nodes. Okay, so 2 master nodes. Okay, so these are the NiFi, all these things actually. Okay, this is my cluster now. Okay, now I have a requirement case. Okay, so what is the requirement here? Okay. I want to allow only developers and admins to log into particular cluster only. This is the first thing. Okay, what do you mean of particular clusters only? So what are the different clusters you will have? Okay, so you will have first initially you will have a cluster. Okay, then we have development cluster, UAT cluster, okay, and production cluster. You may be having DR cluster. Okay, so these are the clusters. Okay, you will have. Okay, so when you have these many clusters, okay, so who should access what cluster? Okay, do we need to have a control or not? Will you allow everyone on each and every cluster? Huh? Will you
No,
allow?
sir.
Okay.
No.
Each and everyone to each and every cluster?
No, sir.
Definitely no. Okay, you cannot allow. Okay. Suppose, okay, initially when you join, okay, so they may give you access to the test cluster. Okay, you will be able to log into only test cluster, okay, not dev, UAT, production, and DR environments. Understand? Okay. So how they control this one? First thing. Okay, how they control this one? Okay, and okay, we understood that. Okay, allow developers to log into edge nodes only. Okay, so developers will have access to only edge nodes. Yes or no? Okay. Do you think, okay, a developer can log into name nodes? Developer can log to data nodes, these Hadoop nodes, or any of these nodes? No. Okay. They cannot log in. They will log in only to the edge node. Okay. So through edge node only, they will submit the command. Okay. Whatever is the command, let it be Spark command, Katrina command, Storm command, whatever is the command. So they log into the edge node. From here, they run a query, and okay, the query will go and execute on respective systems, respective servers. Okay. And okay, allow admins to any node in the cluster. Okay, so this is what, okay, we require. So what we want, okay, we want to allow only developers here and admins in all the system, all the servers. And second thing, okay, and again, okay, so developers, admins, okay, not all the clusters at a time. Okay, so based on the experience, okay, based on the tenure in the project, okay, so they'll be giving access. Okay, so I worked in American Express earlier, guys. Okay, I worked in American Express earlier. Okay, so yes, of course, okay, we have, okay, all test environment, okay, dev environment, UAT, okay, production, okay, DR environments. Okay, so now, okay, let's say if I join today, okay, if I join today, okay, they have given me access, okay, to test environment, okay, test and dev environments, okay, in a week time actually, okay, in a week time. Sorry. Okay. In a week time, I got access to this too. Okay. After that, okay, so what they have done, okay, since they have very big Hadoop environment, okay, so they told me, okay, so say until we get confidence on you, okay, so we cannot give access to other clusters. Okay, so after a month, okay, so they have seen me working on these two clusters. After a month, okay, so they have given me access for UAT. Okay. So it means, okay, if I join on 4/29th, okay, June 5th, I got access to UAT cluster. Okay, till that time, okay, I don't have access to production cluster also. Okay, can you imagine, okay, when I would have got this access, production cluster access? After 4 months, they have given me. Understand? 7 days here, okay, 3 days. After 4 months means, okay, after 120 days. It means, okay, in the month of October, I got access to production. Okay, so till this time, okay, even if I try to access to any of the node in this cluster, let it be edge node or, okay, production cluster, name node or, okay, production cluster, any of these nodes, okay, I was not having access. Okay, so how they are restricting people, okay, to not to access, okay, all these things, or to access only particular clusters. Okay, so those things we need to understand, okay, today. Okay, so here, okay, so okay, let us take this scenario. Okay, so what is the sample VM we created here, guys? So we created a sample VM, correct? This is the sample VM we created. Okay. So on this, okay. This is our first VM. And okay, if you remember the groups, okay, so we created these groups, okay. SDP admin, okay. SDP admin. Okay. I'll put all those things. Okay. So the first VM what we have created. Okay. So in this, okay, we have put a SDP admin. So this is the username, password, all those things we have put. Okay. So we created these users, these groups, okay, these users, and okay, we have set these passwords also. Okay. So now, okay, when you create a user or when you create a group, okay, inside a Linux machine, where that group information will be stored? where the group information will be stored. Okay, there is a file which is called as etc/group. Okay, this is the place where you will have okay. See, what are the groups okay we created? Okay, so those group BLR group, HTTP admin, okay, BLR group, HYD group, okay, Trino, Pulsar, okay, whatever the group I create, okay, so those details will be available under etc group. Okay, it means okay, when you create a group inside a Linux machine, that will be available in the etc group. Okay, Linux machine or Linux OS will store those groups information in the etc group file. Okay, and okay, when you create a user, okay, and their passwords, okay, where it will store the user IDs and passwords. Okay, there's a file, okay, etc shadow. Okay, so etc shadow. Okay, okay. What are the different users we created? We created a Pulsar user. Okay, and this is the password for Pulsar. Okay, it's encrypted password. Guys. Okay, you cannot see it. Okay, it uses some kind of encryption. Okay, you cannot see it. Okay, so there is a user Venkata. Okay, this is Venkata password, Venu password, BLR user password, add a password. Bond HYD user James. Okay, so not Donald. Okay, for all these people. Okay, so we have separate. Okay, user. Okay, separate password. Understood? Okay, so this is the place. Okay, when you create a user, okay, it will be stored here. Okay. After that, okay, the link between users and groups. Okay, so which user comes under which group? Okay, that information will be available in etc password. etc password. Okay, so this will have information like, okay, so Trino user, okay, he is part of 2400 group. Okay, Pulsar user, he is part of 2500 group. Okay, Venkata, he is part of 200 group. Okay, 200 means who is the 200? Okay, so you will have 200 group. Groups, this is the 200 means, okay, 200 means HTTP admin. Okay, so the link between, so it means, okay, if you create any group or user, okay, or set a password to the user, everything will be stored in different files in Linux machine. Okay, now, okay, what we have done, okay, we cloned this one. Okay, we cloned this machine, okay, as 5 machines. Correct. Okay, so what is the name? Okay, we have given here. Okay, so this is the first name. Okay, HAM. Okay, then okay, we have other name. Okay, HN1. HN2, HN3, HN4. Okay, so total, okay, how many missions we have taken? HN1, okay, HN2, HN3, and HN4. Okay, so these are the 4. Okay, okay, these are the 5 missions, okay, which we cloned. Correct or not? These are the 5 missions which we cloned. Okay, these are the five missions which we cloned. Okay, obviously when you clone, okay, any VM, okay, so whatever the groups, users, password are available here, everything will come here. Okay, everything will come here. Okay, so now these are the users. Okay, let's say a new user has joined now, guys. So now I have total 5 nodes in the cluster. Okay, 5 nodes in the cluster. Okay, so new. Okay, first requirement is the first part is new user join. When a new user join, okay, so do we need to add this new user in all the machines, or okay, only 1 or 2 machines are sufficient? Huh? Yes.
All the machines, sir.
All the machines. Okay, so it means, okay, so I need to, whenever there's a new user join, I need to add that user in all the machines. Otherwise, okay, your jobs will not run. Okay, see, maybe, okay, so if he is a developer, okay, we can add him to Edge node. Okay, but when you execute a command, that command has to be executed on on worker nodes, Hadoop area. So if Hadoop area doesn't know who is this user, how they will work, how they will accept the request, and how they will execute the query or job. Okay, so here, okay, so I have 5 machines, and when a new user join, I need to add in each and every machine. Okay, so second thing, okay, I want to say,
Sir, if we will do one thing, we will create locally Edge node user, but we will go give a group global group. Then it will serve. Yes, sir. No.
okay, I'm talking about our current setup, our VM setup.
Okay, sir. Yeah, current. Yeah.
Okay, in our VMs, okay, what can we do that? Okay, second thing, okay, so let's say, okay, normally in companies, okay, what you will have, okay, you will have password expire policy, right? Okay, every 90 days your password will expire, correct? And you will have to reset your password. Okay, how do you reset your password? Okay, let's say in which machine you will reset password. Suppose, okay, let's say, so here, okay, I've set the password for Venkata. So here is the Venkata, welcome 123. This is the password, okay, I've set. Okay, and okay, this password, okay, will work for 90 days. Okay, after 90 days, I want to change it. Okay, okay, so now change the password. Okay, change password. If I change password in one machine, okay, will it reflect in all the machines? Suppose, okay, if I change it to 1, 2, 3, 4, it reflect in all the nodes. Will it reflect in all the nodes? See, if there is a new user join, you need to add to all the 5 nodes. Okay, when there is a password change, you need to change in all the 5 nodes. Okay, if you change in one node, that will not work. Okay, okay, a user left. You need to delete a user. Okay, you need to delete from all the nodes. Yes or no? Okay, so what is the difficulty we are seeing here? If you maintain all the users and groups, okay, individually on, okay, separately on each and every system, okay, there is a big problem. Okay, when there's a new user join, okay, need to add him. So need to change in, okay, change the password in all the nodes, in all nodes. Password in all nodes. Okay, so need to delete the user in all nodes. Okay, so this is what you need to do. This is what, okay, you need to do. Okay, when you maintain all the users and groups information in a, okay, in a locally in each and every server. Okay, but is it the case in company's case? Will they maintain the user names and passwords in locally? Huh? Suppose, okay, let us take, okay, a scenario here. Let us take a scenario. Okay, in case of okay, in case of okay. This is the problem, but okay, if I want to overcome this problem, what I can do? Overcome this problem. What we can do? Okay, so let us maintain a common user management system. Okay, overcome to overcome all above issues. Okay. What we need to do? So we need to manage. Okay, we need to manage a common place to. We need to find a common place. Place to manage users or groups. Okay, so instead of maintaining separately, okay, so I will have a, okay, common user management system. User or group management system. Okay, this is the common user or group management system what I have. Okay, So to this, okay, what I will do, okay, inside this one, okay, I will create all the groups. Understood? Maybe okay, I'll call this server some server. Okay. Maintain this server in a separate machine. Okay, so this machine, okay, so what I can say, okay, so what name I can say? Users and groups, users underscore groups. Okay, so .hadoop.com. Okay, let's say I've given this name. I'm just giving example guys. Okay, so now I'll create a server here. Okay, so I will have a common user management system. I'll install a common user management system software here on top of this one. Okay, so this management system. Okay, so the backend is this server. Understood. I'll keep okay all these systems. Okay. So what I will tell to all the systems, okay, let it be HAM or HN1 or HN2, or HN3, okay, HN100. To all the systems, guys, okay. So if you want to, okay, if you want to know, okay, the user details, okay, don't look okay separately in your own this one. Okay. I'm not maintaining anything here. Okay. So this is my system where I'm maintaining the set of users and groups here. Okay. So I'm telling all the machines, okay, hey, whenever okay, you're normally what will happen, okay, whenever you are logging into the system, okay, when you type your user ID and password, okay, it will check in these files. Okay. First, okay, you are saying user ID, right? Okay, so it will check in the shadow, okay, whether this user ID is available or not. Okay, if user ID is not available, okay, then it will show. Okay, I will show you what are the different errors okay you will get. Okay, suppose okay, this is the okay, so 121. Okay, suppose okay, I'm saying okay, so okay, if I say wrong password, okay, what did I say? See, access denied. Okay, access denied. Okay, so again you type wrong password. Okay, until you type wrong password, it will be saying access denied. Okay, suppose okay, welcome 1 2 3. Okay, so when I say welcome 1 2 3, okay, it worked for me, and okay, it is recording that okay, how many failures in the login attempts since the last successful login. Okay, so it means okay, what it is doing when I try to log in, what the system is doing. Okay, whatever the user ID and password I am giving, okay, it is checking in this file of this machine. I'm logged to this machine, right? It is checking in this file. Okay, whatever the user ID password I have given, okay, it will check whether it is available inside that file. If yes, okay, the user ID password is matching or not, it will check. If everything is working fine, okay, if everything is working fine, so then only it will allow you to log in inside. Understood? Okay, so this is what is happening whenever okay, you are saying okay, so what is happening there? Okay, so here how authentication is working here. Okay, so user, okay, admin or developer will try to log into Putty using the host name or IP address. First thing, okay. So okay, the server will request for request to enter user ID and password. Okay. So the given user ID is password will be validated. Okay. Will be compared or validated, okay, with etc shadow file. If okay, if it is matching, allow user to log in. Otherwise, okay. Send a message, access denied. Understood. Okay. So this is what is happening. Okay. So the given user ID and password will be validated. Okay. You see shadow file on local file system. Local file system. Okay, file stored in the same server. Okay. Stored in the same machine. Okay, this is how authentication works. Okay. So when some user try to log into this machine, okay, we will enter user ID password. The user ID password will be matched with the user ID password inside this one. If everything is working, then okay, it will allow you inside. Okay, otherwise it will show error, access denied. This is what is the okay works on single server. But what in case, okay, so if I have a common user group management system. So if you maintain common user group management system here, okay, what we are telling, okay, so we are telling all the users here, okay, or all the servers like this. Okay, so what we integrate of each and every server, okay, to connect to a common user group management system. Okay, so here, okay, what we are doing, okay, so instead of maintaining everything locally, we are maintaining the users groups and all everything in a common place. Okay, so now again we are telling, okay, how authentication works here. Okay, okay, so everything is fine. Okay, so now given user ID and password will be validated with, okay, with common user or understood, guys? If it is the case, okay, so whenever case, if you enable this kind of system, a common, okay, user group management system, okay, and if you integrate all the servers to use this common user group and management system, okay, so then, okay, whenever you try to log into any machine, okay, authentication will work like this. Understand? Okay, so if you provide a user ID password, if you want to log into this machine, if you provide a user ID password, okay, so what HAM will do, HAM will contact the common user group management system, and okay, this common user group management system will check, okay, for Venkata, okay, so for Venkata, this is the user ID, okay, it will check whether the same user ID and password is used here to log in. If yes, allow it here. Okay, it means, okay, if we get positive reply from this one, so this will allow you to log into this machine, okay, to log into this machine. Okay, so there is an advantage because of this one, guys. Okay, tomorrow, okay, let's say if there is a new user joined here, okay, so okay, a new user joined in this scenario, okay, so how to manage? Okay, so need to add in all the machines, or okay, only in the this machine? When a new user comes, okay, do we need to add in all the machines, or if I add it here, okay, the same will be reflected in all the machines?
Common user and group machine network.
Exactly. Okay. So tomorrow, if there is a new user comes, if you add it here, that is sufficient. Okay. So you don't need to add, okay, in all the machines. Say I told that, okay, we have 5,000 plus nodes. Okay. So just imagine, okay, if I have 5,000 nodes, okay, if one new user is joined, okay, just imagine how much time it will take to add, okay, this new user to 5,000 machines, 5,000 machines. Okay. So this will take a lot of time, guys. Okay. So that is the reason. Okay. So storing the user IDs passwords locally, okay, is not at all a good idea. Is not at all a good idea. Okay. Any questions? Any questions, guys? Here. Okay. So here, okay, whenever there is a new user join, okay, we will need to add to the user in common user group management system. Okay, whenever you change the password, okay, let's say tomorrow, okay, your password is getting expired. Okay, you are on this machine and you change the password here. Okay, so what it will do, will it change okay here or it will change here? Let's say okay, Venkata's password got changed to 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so even if we change it here, finally it will be updated in this machine. Okay, so it means okay, need to change the password in common user group management system. Okay, so this you need to delete the user from common user management system. Okay, if this is the case, you will not have too much headache. Even if there is a new user joined, okay, you add it here. When password is modified, okay, update it here. Okay, so okay, if you update in this machine, obviously that update will go and update the common user group management system. Okay, in the same way. Okay, in the same way. So if there's a user left our company, okay, if you want to delete the user, you delete it from here. Okay, so then okay, it will not be available anywhere because okay, all these servers are taking the reference of this common user management system. Okay, so even okay, if I have 5,000 systems or 10,000 systems, okay, is there anything okay, anything extra I need to do apart from this one? Okay, it is very easy to manage okay users groups in this model. Okay, so now the question is that okay, so what is this common user or group management system? Have you ever okay, I mean okay, have you ever tried this one, guys? Have you ever used this one? Let us take okay, in office. Okay, let us take in office. Okay, okay. So in case of Windows, okay, what is this common user management system? Okay, so this is called as a Active Directory. Okay, so all Windows desktops or laptops. Okay, desktop or laptops. Okay, okay. So you see any desktop or laptop. Okay, everything will be tied up with the Active Directory. Okay, that is the reason. Okay, by using the same user ID. Okay, let's say today. Okay, you are using desktop 1. Okay, tomorrow you are using desktop 2. This is desktop 1. Tomorrow you are using desktop 2. Okay, and desktop 3. Okay, like desktop 4. Okay, desktop 2000. Okay, so now the question is that okay, you log into any of the desktop in your company, will it work with your username and password? Can you log into any of the desktop in your company with your user ID and password? Huh?
Yes,
Guys,
sir.
you there?
Yes, sir. It works.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can log in, right? You can log in. Okay. So have you ever thought, okay, how okay your user ID is stored in all the machines? Will it be stored in all the machines, or okay, will it be in the common place of okay, Active Directory?
It's Active Directory LDAP authenticated.
Exactly. Okay. So in real time, okay, if you want to manage okay common user group repository, okay, then okay you'll be using Active Directory, Windows Active Directory. Okay. So all the desktops or laptops okay, will be tied up with this Active Directory. So whenever you try to log into this desktop or laptop, okay, whenever you enter username and password, it will not check locally. Okay? It will check in the common Active Directory for the user ID and password. If the user ID and password is matching, then it will allow you to log in inside this. Otherwise, it will throw error. And even if you change the password here, okay, you can log into this machine with the new password because okay, if you change the password here, that will reflect here. Okay. Tomorrow, okay, when you are logging into the desktop 2 or laptop 2, okay, you will give your new password. Okay, so the new password will be validated from common system. Okay, so this is better, right? This is better or not? A common user management system is better than individual system. Correct or not? Okay, guys. Okay, in our so for home and all, because we do like this actually. Okay, even for Windows also, can I log in? Okay, so let's say my login ID is that Venkata here. Okay, to log into this machine. Okay, will the same Venkata login ID work in your machine, in your laptop? Huh?
No.
No, because for your laptop you are configuring the users locally. Okay, so only the users you onboarded will be able to log into that laptop. Okay, but in Office it is not the case. In Office, it works in a different way. In Office, you will have an Active Directory to maintain the common user names and all. Okay, but Active Directory will work only for Windows. Okay, but what in case if I want to manage Linux servers? Huh? So if I want to manage Linux servers, so in the same place, we will have LDAP. This is for Linux servers. Okay. Same work. Okay, so for Windows, so we have Active Directory. For LDAP, we have this one. Okay, so in the place of this one laptop, so I have Linux server 1. Okay, Linux server 2. Okay, Linux server 3. Linux server 4. Linux server 2000. Okay. So here, each Linux server will be integrated with LDAP. Okay. Tomorrow, if anybody trying to log into this machine, so the user ID and password will be validated by LDAP. Okay, from its system. Okay, from its repository. So if you enter the correct username and password which are available here, then LDAP will give a green signal. If Linux server get a green signal from LDAP, Linux server will allow you to log in inside. Otherwise, no. Got it? Got it or any questions?
So LDAP is a separate server for all the users.
Of course, yes, it is a separate server. Okay, this is a LDAP server. Okay, I will say LDAP server. Okay. It is not your Linux machine, HAM or all those things. LDAP is a separate server. Active Directory server. This is also separate machine which you maintain separately. Okay. Who will have access to this? Who will have access to this machine?
All the users.
As a suppose, can you log into this LDAP server or can you log into this Active Directory server?
No, sir. I
Why?
think security team should have access.
Okay, so this access will be with only security team. Okay, so every company will have security team. Okay, the security team will have access to this server. Okay, nobody else can log into this server. Only security team can log into this server. Okay, but you can log into your laptop, but that laptop will connect to this server. Okay, and you can get the validate the user ID and password. That is a different story. Understood this? Okay. So, but some companies, so what they do, they want to use whatever is there in, then see here, in this scenario, suppose, there is a user here, I added him to Active Directory, but I didn't add him to LDAP, Can this user log into any of the Linux server? Huh? Can this user log into any of the Linux server? See, suppose, I will put it another way, So I want to sync whatever the users I have in Active Directory, I have to sync these users and passwords, into LDAP. So that, whatever user ID I used, here, what I'm doing, I'm maintaining, Windows user ID separately, Windows user ID and password separately, and Linux user ID and password separately, Instead of that, if I want to maintain a common user ID password for both Windows and Linux, then you can integrate these two. You can integrate AD. So this is a you can integrate actually. You can integrate LDAP with Active Directory. So you have an option to integrate these two. Okay. Any questions here, guys? So in some companies, what they do, okay, if they want to sync whatever the users I have in LDAP Active Directory to LDAP, they sync it like this actually. Okay. So what they do, they create a link between. They create a link between Active Directory and LDAP. Okay. Any questions? So any questions here, guys? Okay. So now, okay, let us try to understand, okay, how this onboarding process will work at all. Okay, how users will be onboarded. Okay. So think that, okay, I have a Active Directory. Okay, so I have Active Directory. I have Active Directory. This is my Active Directory. Okay. And this is my lab server. This is my LDAP. Okay. So here, okay, so what we will have, here are all the Windows users, groups and passwords. Okay, but here we will have Linux groups, users and passwords information. Okay, clear. Here, just one second. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, so now okay, you have Active Directory and you have LDAP. Okay, and there is integration between these two. Okay, there is integration between these two. Okay, so idea is that okay, whatever is there here, okay, that will come and sit here. Okay, that's what the idea here. Okay. So other side, okay, so think that at other side I have different clusters here. So these are the different clusters what I have. So these are the different clusters what I have. Okay. So what are the clusters? Okay, so here. Okay, try to understand. Okay. What are these? Okay. So these are the different clusters what I have. Okay. So here, okay, I have okay. In development cluster, okay, we have total 37 nodes and okay, 2 edge nodes, one Ambari node. Okay, in UAT cluster I have total, okay, this is like a total, okay, around 40 node cluster. Okay, total 40 nodes. 40 nodes. Okay. So here, okay, this is 100 nodes. Okay. This is here 350 nodes. Altogether. Okay. So any of these nodes, okay, if you want to log into any of these nodes, okay, so the Linux team will configure in such a way that, okay, all the user IDs and passwords should be validated with LDAP only. You got my point? So you want to log into any of the system here. You want to log into any of the system here. Okay. You log into development cluster, Edge node, or okay, Hadoop node, or okay, or Ambari node, any of the nodes. Okay. If you want to log in, okay. So what we okay, if you want to log in, if you enter any user ID password, that user ID password will be validated at LDAP level. If LDAP give a green signal, okay, get that, okay, okay, your user ID password is okay with me, okay, then only you will be able to log into any of these servers. Okay, so now I have a dev cluster, we have a UAT cluster, we have a production cluster. Okay, now, okay, so let's say it is the, okay, so there is XYZ company. Okay, so okay, so on this date, okay, so there are some people joined in the company, guys. There are some people joined in the company. Okay. Normally, okay, what they do in the first day, very first day. Okay. And do you think, okay, so when I say an employee, okay, everybody will be doing the same, everybody will be Hadoop admins only. Let us take this scenario. Okay, let's say so Venkata has joined, okay, he joined as a Hadoop admin. Okay, he is a finance specialist. Okay, Ravi junior HR. Okay, Raja Hadoop developer, Rajesh Hadoop developer. Okay, Kumar Hadoop admin, Sunita Java developer, Vijay salesperson. Okay, Kavita Linux admin, Rani Linux admin. Okay, so like this. Okay, so we have like this. Okay, we have different employees joined here, guys, on this day. Okay, so normally what you do in the first day when you're joining in a company, so you go to the company and okay, maybe okay, so now okay, because of corona we have virtual onboarding, but okay, earlier, okay, so normally on the first day you go to the company with all your documents. So maybe you will go there by 9 o'clock, by 9:30, 10 o'clock. Okay, HR will come and okay, he or she will start collecting the documents from you, and okay, she will give some forms. Okay, you will sign on those forms, and okay, so finally, okay, so once you submit once you sign on all the documents, okay, HR will take all the documents and okay, go inside. Okay, he or she may come back after 1 hour, 2 hours. Okay, and say that okay, hey, your user ID is created, your password is your user ID is created, your email ID is created. Okay, this is your user ID, this is your password. Okay, so like that, okay, they will say, okay, what they're doing actually. What do you mean of okay creating a user ID for you? What do you mean of creating a user ID for you? Huh? So creating a user ID for you means okay, so you are on board. Okay, they are onboarding you to the Active Directory. Okay, it means okay, they are creating an entry inside Active Directory. Okay, so now the question is that okay, who will create this entry inside the Active Directory? Who will create this entry in Active Directory? So one way is that okay, so maybe HR will forward all these employee details to the security team, security governance team, and security governance team okay, will add all these users, okay, and okay, reply okay to Active Directory, and at the end with the default password, and at the end okay, they will reply saying that okay, so all these user IDs are onboarded to are added to Active Directory, and okay, this is the default password setup for all these users. This is what okay, security governance team will reply. Okay, if not security governance team, okay, so in some of the companies what they do, they'll have some HR portal like this actually. Userfication portal. Okay, so this is the userfication portal. Okay, what they do, userfication portal. Okay, so they will put like a first name, okay, last name, okay, so joining date. Okay, they will put all the okay everything here, and okay, so they'll have a button like this, a create user. So when they click on create user, automatically this portal will add this user to Active Directory. Understood? This is one way. Okay, this will be done by HR team. This will be done by HR. Okay, this is the user creation portal for HR. Okay, so there will be a portal. The HR will enter all the details, and okay, he or she will click on the user. Okay, so obviously, okay, so this portal, okay, what it will do, it will add this user to Active Directory. Okay, so initially, okay, I'm adding a group. Okay, I'm adding a user to Active Directory. Can I add any user to Active Directory without a group? Without a group, can I have a user without a group? No. Okay, so any user mandatorily should have a group or should be assigned to at least one group. Okay, so initially when HR is adding all these people, okay, so the first group, okay, where all these employees are related to is all employees is a group name. Understand? Okay, so here I will say group. What is the group? Okay, so okay, groups. Okay, it means, okay, so on the first day when all these people are joined, okay, all these people are, okay, added to all employees group now. Okay, so it means that all these people are onboarded here. Okay, all these people are onboarded here. Will you agree with me? Will you agree with me? Okay, otherwise, okay, so what I will do, so I will put all these things bit here. Okay, and I'll put the user creation portal here. Okay, so these are the people. Okay, so here, okay, so use HR will upload these things to portal. Okay, so the portal will put it to Active Directory. It means, okay, all the users are created inside the Active Directory group. Okay, now all are related to all employees group. Okay, so normally, okay, so you integrated your act. Okay, it means, okay, now how many people are there? Okay, so let's say 10 users joined today. It means, okay, 10 users, okay, users and passwords are available here. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Okay, 10 users and passwords are available here. Okay, so now since you integrated an Active Directory with LDAP, whatever is available here, automatically they will come here. Understand? Okay, automatically they'll come here because you integrated these two, right? Okay, so whatever the new user comes here, automatically LDAP will sync these users to here. Okay, it means, okay, now inside LDAP also how many users are there? Inside LDAP also how many users are there? 10 users. Okay, so now suppose, okay, if I know the IP address of production Ambari machine, okay, now using putty, I will put this, I'll open putty, I'll put this IP address of production Ambari node, okay, and press enter, and I will give my user ID password. What user ID password? Okay, this is the user ID password which is there in Active Directory because it is the same user ID password here, right? So now when I give this one, okay, as per the rule, okay, production, this server will check with LDAP. Hey, this user is entering this user ID, Venkata, and okay, welcome one. Okay, is that correct or not? Now LDAP will check in its own storage, okay, and okay, one repository, and tell that, okay, yes, Venkata and welcome one is a are valid credentials. Okay, so LDAP has given green signal. It means, okay, so you are allowed to log in here. Correct or not?
But sir, all employees should not be.
Okay, that is
Yes,
the
sir.
first question now. Okay, so now you take, sir. Okay, so here, okay, there is a junior HR. Will HR log into any of the Linux machines? Huh? You understood my point, guys? Okay, will HR log into any of the Linux nodes anytime? Or there is a salesperson? Okay, there is a salesperson. Okay, Jake. Okay, okay, so I will say, okay, so one more person. Okay, so maybe, okay, Raja. Okay, so I will say security. Company security guard. Okay. So do you think, okay, this company security guard will log into Linux servers? Huh? But okay, in the current implementation, whatever, okay, but he's also company employee, security guard also company employee, salesperson also company employee, Hadoop Venkata, Hadoop admin also company employee, Java developer also company employee. Okay, when I say company, okay, it is not always only Java developers are always okay. What is it? Python developers. Okay, so are always Hadoop admins. Okay, so you have different people. You'll have okay HRs. Okay, you'll have finance people. Okay, you'll have security people. Okay, you will have okay. There are many employees actually for company. Okay, so but in this implementation, what is happening? What is happening? Okay, whatever the users we have, all the users are going here. Okay, it means okay, even okay, if security guard knows that okay, the IP address of this one, and okay, if you know how to log into this machine, even security guard also can log into this machine. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Is it a correct implementation?
No.
No, right? Okay, so why I want to bring all the people here? That's not a correct implementation, right? Okay, so that is the reason what they do. Okay, they create a separate groups, guys. Okay, they create a separate groups. Okay, so now let's say that like this case. Okay, so they are creating a group, separate group like this. Okay, so what is the group they are creating? Okay. Hadoop group they are creating. Let's say they are creating a Hadoop group.
Sir, one user can be part of multiple groups.
Of course, yes.
Okay, sir.
So they are creating a Hadoop group. Okay. Hadoop group. Okay, in all the nodes. Okay. So now, okay, they are putting some rules here. Okay, they are putting some rules here. Okay. So whoever is part of Hadoop group only sync only those users. Okay. So here there is a restriction here. Okay. So I'm saying this is star Hadoop star. Okay. Whoever is part of this group, Hadoop group. Okay. Okay. Hadoop group. Hadoop group. Okay. Bring only those people. Okay. Now, okay, if I put this validation, how many users will be synced to LDAP? Huh? How many users will be synced to LDAP? Who is from okay Hadoop group here? Anybody is from Hadoop group? All are from all employees group. Okay. So now, okay. So now, okay. Normally, what okay, HR will do by evening, by afternoon or by evening, okay, she will share. Okay. This hey Venkata, this is your user ID and this is the default password. And okay, this is your mail ID. And okay, this is your manager name. Tomorrow, okay, manager name, and this is your manager phone number. Okay, so tomorrow you call up your manager. Okay, when you come to office, you call up your manager and okay, you go and meet him. Okay, so very next day, what Venkata will do? Venkata will go to office. Okay, and okay, so 9 o'clock he will go to office and okay, he will call his manager. Okay, hey manager, okay, I'm waiting outside. Okay, so this is the first day for me. Okay, please come and receive. Okay, so maybe manager will come to me. Okay, so and okay, he will okay take me to the place okay, where other team is sitting. Okay, so now I've gone to the team. Okay, so maybe on the first day, since it is the first day, okay, so you'll have some introduction session. Okay, so manager or team leader will introduce you to the team members. Okay, once okay, this is done. Okay, so what manager or team leader will say? Okay, say hey, Ravi. Okay, so you are already okay, existing admins actually. So you will tell manager will tell okay, hey, please onboard him to Hadoop cluster, or please onboard him to Hadoop cluster. Please give access to Hadoop cluster. Okay, so maybe one of the person in the team, existing person in the team, okay, he will start helping you. What do you mean of giving you access to Hadoop cluster? So here, okay, so giving access to Hadoop cluster means okay. So what? Okay, so you will be having a portal and you will raise a request in the portal saying that okay, give access to okay, add this employee to this group. What is the group? Okay, Hadoop _ admin group. Okay, Hadoop. Okay, let us take Hadoop group only. Okay, so add this employee to Hadoop group. Let's say now security admin people will add Venkata to Hadoop group. Now Venkata is part of how many groups? Okay, Okay, we have one more Hadoop admin, Kumar here. He is also Hadoop group. Okay, so again, okay, we have Hadoop developer. So we are okay. Even Hadoop developer also added to this one. Okay. So now tell me, how many people are part of Hadoop group now?
3.
Only 3. Okay, Venkata, okay, and Raja and Kumar. Venkata, Raja, and Kumar. These are the 3 people. Okay. So as per the rule, now tell me how many users will be synced from here to here? It will
Only
be
3
3
people.
users. Okay. Remaining 7 users will not be synced to LDAP. This is what rules. Okay, I'm syncing rules. Okay, I'm putting here. Understood? These are the syncing rules. Okay, I'm putting it here. Okay, so here in this scenario, okay, so only 3 people will be synced to LDAP, not more than that. Any questions? Any questions, guys? Okay. So now, who are the people got synced here? Okay, Venkata, Raja, Kumar. Okay. These are the 3 people who got synced here. Okay. Now, okay. Now, since all the people are from these groups, okay. Now tell me, Venkata is an admin, Raja is a developer, Kumar is an admin. Okay. Now, if Raja knows that, okay, production cluster name node IP address, can Raja log into production cluster name node or not? Raja is a developer, right? Okay, see, somehow, okay, we have, okay, all the employees details here, all the employee details here. Okay. So we are filtering and getting only the required employees details here. Okay, we are filtering and getting only the required employee details here. Okay. So from here, what we are doing? Okay, from here. Okay. So again, okay, we need to restrict people. Okay, here, okay, we have admin, Venkata Hadoop admin. Okay, Raja Hadoop developer. Okay. Kumar Hadoop admin again. Okay. As per the rules, okay, who should have access to these nodes and who should have access to edge nodes?
Raja
Edge nodes means, okay, so only Raja developer should have only access to edge nodes. But in this scenario, can Raja be able to connect to this node also? So because, okay, he's part of Hadoop. Okay, see, whatever users we have, when you are logging to here, okay, when you log, when I know this name node machine, production name node machine, okay, when I know the IP address of this one, I'll type the I'll open Putty, I'll type the IP address of this production name node machine. Okay, press, and it will ask me for username and password. I'll provide my valid user ID and password. Okay, so then, okay, this node will come and check with LDAP. LDAP also saying green signal. Then, okay, you are allowed here, right?
Yes.
Then how are you restricting developers to log into only edge nodes and admins to log into only UAT nodes? Can I say, okay, Hadoop underscore, okay, A, okay, and Hadoop underscore B, and okay, D. A means, okay, A means admins. D, okay, I'm creating 2 groups, guys. I'm creating 2 groups now. What are the 2 groups?
Hadoop -A and Hadoop -B.
Okay, Hadoop -A means Hadoop admins. Okay,
Admin.
so and the Hadoop okay, Hadoop underscore ADM. Okay, so these are the groups I'm creating. Okay, I'm creating this one, but okay, what I will do, I will tell inside this Linux machine, I'll put some rules inside this machine. Okay, so if you are part of Hadoop ADM, then allow to all the nodes. Okay, so there is a file in each and every Linux machine, etc security access.conf. Okay, so this is the file, guys. Okay, so inside this file, I will say minus all. When I say minus all, what does it mean? Huh? So stop everyone. Don't log in all here. Okay, but okay, I will say plus. Okay, what? Hadoop underscore ADM. Okay? What does it mean?
Hadoop
So
admins
all
will
the
be-
people from Hadoop admin group. Understand? Okay. See, don't first rule is that okay, stop everyone. Stop everyone. Second rule is allow only Hadoop admin. Okay. So where I will put this rule? I'll put this rule okay in all these machines. Okay, in all these machines. Okay, in all these yellow color machines. Okay, so UI node and Hadoop nodes. Okay, but okay, for the remaining edge nodes, we have edge nodes, right? For edge nodes, what I will do? Okay, edge nodes, what I will do? I will put this rule. Okay, plus. Okay, now tell me what will happen. For edge nodes, I'll put this rule.
Yeah, Hadoop
But
developers.
Venkat, we are not defining yes which whether this rule is for edge node or this rule is for which. Where we are defining this second rule is for edge node.
Okay, in edge node, sir, every server you have this file, right? In every server you will have this file.
Yes, sir.
It is a security access.conf file. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This file is there in all the servers, correct? Hello. Am I audible, sir? Hello.
Sorry. Okay. So this file will be there in each and every machine, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I will do when I'm building the node itself. Okay, I will put these rules.
Okay, sir.
Okay. In this scenario, when you try to log in, okay, now this security access configuration file will okay, your server will check for this file, and okay, here it will check from the list. Okay, whether you are from allowed group or not. Here we are allowing only Hadoop admin and Hadoop developers. Understand? Understand, guys? Hadoop admins and Hadoop developers. Okay.
Yes, sir.
If you are from this group or this group, you are allowed to log into this machine. Otherwise, no. Got it? See here, okay, I said okay, minus for all. See here, all other users should be denied to get access from other sources. Okay, so here, so this is the one. Okay, I'm telling that. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, I'm saying denied all these people, but okay, allow only these groups. Okay, so these rules will be put into this configuration file. Okay, so now, okay, in all the nodes, okay, in these nodes, okay, I will put okay, Hadoop admin. In green nodes, I will put okay, Hadoop admin, comma Hadoop dev. Okay. In edge nodes, I'll put these rules. Sir, no. Take with me now. Yes, will you?
Yeah, got it, sir. Got it, sir.
Okay. So now, if I put these rules, okay. So if I put these rules, then what will happen? Okay. On these nodes, I'm allowing only these people. I'm allowing. Then what will happen? Tell me. Then what will happen? So these nodes will allow all Hadoop admins. Okay. Yellow nodes and okay, the green nodes will allow admins plus developers. Yes or no? So in this scenario, so okay, so now okay, Venkata will be added to Hadoop _ADM. Okay. Raja will be added to Hadoop underscore dev. Okay, now am I distinguishing okay admins and developers? Huh? Yes or no? So he is a developer. By looking at this group itself, okay, I can easily say that he is a Hadoop developer. By looking at this group, okay, I will say Hadoop admin. Okay, Hadoop admin. Okay. So now tell me, okay, so we load these groups. Okay. Now with this implementation, now can I restrict access to particular cluster? Particular cluster? Huh? So if I want to, okay, so now this will allow you to log into the okay. So this will allow you all admin people okay to log into these nodes and these nodes also, and developers only to only these nodes. Okay, this is what is doing. Okay, but okay, nowhere we are restricting that. Okay, hey Venkata, you should be logged to only dev nodes, dev cluster, not okay UAT cluster, production cluster nodes. Am I putting that restriction here? No. Okay. If I want to do this one, okay, I will refine my groups. Okay, I will say dev underscore Hadoop underscore admin. Understood, guys, what I'm trying to do? Creating a separate groups actually. Okay. You know how I'm distinguishing the groups now. Okay. So now I will say okay, Venkata. Okay. Dev underscore Hadoop underscore admin. Okay. So in that case, okay. In this case, now tell me where Venkata can log in. Whenever okay, anybody trying to log into these systems, first okay, it will check whether the user is here there or not. LDAP. Okay, so yes, Venkata is there. Okay, Venkata provided valid user ID. Okay, now it will check. Okay, whether Venkata can be logged into this machine or not. Okay, because okay, to log into this machine, okay, it will check the security access conf file. Okay, inside access conf file. So whether whether we are allowing this group people or not. Yes. Dev underscore Hadoop underscore admin. Yes, we are allowing. So Venkata can log into Dev Edge node. But can Venkata log into UAT Edge node? Huh? Tell me this. Can Venkata log into UAT Edge node? With this
No,
access,
sir.
okay. Why? So when Venkata try to access to this edge node, okay. So now, okay, this edge node, okay, you are providing valid user ID password, but okay, access confirmation file is checking whether okay Venkata is from these groups, okay, because I need to allow only these two groups here. Venkata is from these two groups. Is Venkata from these two groups? Venkata is not from these two groups. Venkata is from only Dev Hadoop admin group. It means okay, he is from this group. Okay, so Dev group, and okay, so Dev group is for development cluster. Since okay, he is not part of UAT group, he is rejected to log into any of these nodes. So this is how we are restricting access to each cluster at the Linux level. Yes, I can cover okay, LDAP in 20 minutes also. Okay, but what I'm trying to do here, okay, so how it works internally, I'm trying to show you. Okay, anyway, okay, so you will not build LDAP or AD actually. So LDAP AD will be there from the day one of the company. Okay, understand? So you will not okay, and okay, LDAP AD, these are not Hadoop components. Okay, so LDAP AD are okay, so they are user management systems. Okay, they will be there okay from day one. Before Hadoop also there from day one of the company. Okay, it will be there, and okay, every company will be having this LDAP ADs. Okay, so you will never get chance to create or install LDAP, or you never get chance to install LDAP AD. Okay, so but only thing is that okay, we get access to provide. Okay, we get access to. We have our okay, so we can give access to different people actually. Okay, So now Venkata is part of this group. So that is the reason Venkata can log into any of the Hadoop. Okay, dev cluster now. Okay. Tomorrow, okay, if Venkata is part of this group also. Tomorrow, okay. Venkata having access to UAT cluster. What does that mean? If we add Venkata name under UAT group, UAT Hadoop admin group, then okay, he will be able to log into UAT nodes. Correct or not? Huh? So now, okay, the same user ID password, okay, that is same, but okay, since he is part of UAT and Hadoop underscore admin group, okay, so he'll be able to log into this node now. Okay. And okay, if we want to give access to production cluster also, okay, add him under production group. So now in this scenario, Venkata has access to all development clusters, UAT cluster, and production clusters. Okay, and all nodes of all clusters. Okay, but you take this Kumar. Okay, he is still having only dev cluster access. Can he access any of the? Can he log into any of the UAT nodes, UAT cluster nodes, or can he log into any of the production cluster nodes? Tell me. Can he log in? No, right? Yes or no? Is he there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So at this level, okay, we are restricting only users okay, with the star.hadoop star Hadoop star. That means okay, whichever users are having the groups, okay, are assigned to the groups, okay, with Hadoop word present inside the group name, those are all coming here. Okay, so we are restricting non-Hadoop users, non-Linux users here. Okay, maybe okay, if you say star okay, Linux star, okay, if you add this also, maybe okay, so here these two are Linux admins, okay, so okay, Linux underscore admin. Okay. So maybe these two people also will come here. Okay. Linux admin. So these two people also will come. Okay. So who Kavita and Rani? Right or not? Okay. Linux admin. Okay. But tell me, okay, whether they are part, okay, even though they are here in LDAP, okay, will they be able to log into any of the Hadoop clusters?
No, sir. They need to add security.
See, here, okay, only these people will be able to log into these machines. Okay, so, but okay, Kavita is not from any of these groups. Okay, Kavita, Ranish, these two people are not from Dow group or UAT groups or production groups. Okay, they are Linux admins. Okay, even though they are here in LDAP, okay, they are not allowed here. Okay, there may be some servers. Okay, let's say okay, server. Okay, server. Okay, so some Linux servers, some other okay, Linux servers. Servers okay, 1 to 100. Okay, in this they have put a rule like okay, so okay, so Linux plus okay, then what will happen? Huh? Kavita and Rani, these two people will have only these Linux 1 to 100 servers. Okay, but not any of these servers. Even though they are Linux admins, we are restricting them to not to log into our servers. So this is how, okay, this is how, okay, by these groups, okay, you are restricting users to log into respective clusters and respective nodes, or particular nodes and particular clusters, not to all the clusters. Okay, so normally, okay, so if you want to get a development cluster access, okay, you will send a request. Okay, hey, security governance team, please add me. Okay, I'm a new Hadoop admin in the team. Okay, please give me access to development cluster. What does it mean? He's saying that okay, I'm a new Hadoop admin in the team. Okay, and please give me development cluster. Okay, then okay, obviously they'll understand. Okay, so he's asking for development cluster. This is the development Hadoop admin. Development underscore Hadoop is the group, Okay, so and he is a new admin. So, okay, so that guy will be added under this group. Okay, so here, whoever is added under this group, okay. So when it is added here, automatically it will be synced here. Okay, and they can access here. Got it? How authentication is working, guys? Huh?
Yes, sir. Here, the LFBD use Hadoop. We have any Oracle admins like that in a separate or as nodes are there. We can use same LDAP or in real
You can use
time.
same LDAP. Okay, so that's what, sir. Okay, see here. I have these are Hadoop servers. These are some separate Linux servers. Okay, so here, okay, we have some Oracle servers. Oracle
Okay.
servers. Okay.
Okay.
So there is a person here, Oracle admin. So here, okay. So what we are pulling here, okay, star Oracle also star. So we are pulling here, okay. So here, okay. Ravi. So here we are adding. Okay. Then okay, Ravi also will come here. Okay. So Ravi also will come here. Okay. But okay, here we put condition that okay, like this.
Okay. That means the entire company having only only one.
You can have only one LDAP. Okay, so if you feel that okay, no, I want separate LDAP, you set up your own LDAP also.
Okay.
Understand? Only for your project you set up a separate LDAP. It's up to you. So here all Hadoop cluster people, okay, they will set up one LDAP and they will allow only these two people. Got it? Okay. And all Linux people, okay, will set up separate LDAP. Okay. They will allow only Linux people here. It's also integrated to AD. Right.
Sir, if tomorrow one developer joins and he wants access to cluster, so what is admin role? Here in this context, there is no role, means we are not playing any role.
Okay, sir. Okay, see, normally, okay. Normally, when a new user joined in the company, who will add that new user to Active Directory? So normal process is okay, traditional process.
Yes, sir.
Okay, traditional process. Okay, when a new user joined. Okay, so just send mail to security governance team. Okay, security governance team will add the user to Active Directory. This is the traditional process. But now, what is trending? Process in trending for this. Okay. So nowadays, okay, what is happening? Okay, so HR will use user onboarding portal to add user to AD. So what security governance team people are doing now? Okay, they are giving a every time. Okay, otherwise, okay. So you will have okay, HRs will have new joiners okay, on Monday, okay, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, so weekly 3 days. Okay, they'll have new users. Okay, to add this new, so it means okay, every Monday HR will send a mail. Every Wednesday HR will send a mail. Please onboard these people. Or every Thursday HR will send a mail saying that okay, please onboard these people. Okay, it means okay, I need to have a dedicated person in the security governance team to add these people every day. Correct? Whenever there's a mail received from HR. So instead of that one, you create one portal. It means like one website and give it to HR. Then okay, I can save this employee money, right? Yes or no? It's a one-time activity, creating a portal. Okay. So Security governance team, what they're doing? Okay, so they're giving a portal actually nowadays. Okay, or APIs, they're giving some APIs. Okay, if you execute those, run those APIs, okay, automatically it will do the work. Okay, okay, so they are giving some onboarding portals actually. Okay, so in this scenario, HR is not going to security governance team and all. Okay, so HR is the one, okay, who is using this portal and filling all the details, clicking and submit. Automatically, this user will be added to ID. Okay, so this is what, okay, when new user join. Okay, so now, okay, when a user want to get access. Okay, what is the traditional process? Okay, so here, okay, manager or team leader send a mail to security governance team. Security governance team, okay, will add the user to respective AD group. Okay, here process in trending. Okay, so manager will use, okay, user access control to understood. Now, what security governance team is doing? The security governance team is giving a portal to all the managers actually. Hey guys, okay, this is the portal. If you want to add your employee to this group, okay, you only add it. Okay, so tomorrow if you add it back to wrong group, okay, that's your headache. Okay, I don't care. You manage your users, your groups. That's what, okay, these people are telling. Got it? Got or any questions?
So basically, manager from day one itself, manager will raise the access, correct, sir?
Manager or team leader, sir.
Okay, okay, sir. They will only add the correct group and they will.
Yes, they know. Okay, so but okay, this is the this is the trend in most of the companies, but there may be some few small companies, they are still following the old model. Okay, they will send a mail to security team, they will add okay, they will add you under a group. Got it? Or any questions?
Got it, sir.
Sir, in case of Ambari as logins and that LAP,
so okay, tomorrow, okay, so what they will do? Okay, so here can have LDAP, right? Okay, see, Ambari server, okay, I have a LDAP here. I have LDAP, okay. Okay, I can integrate, okay, Ambari with LDAP. So if I integrate, okay, Ambari with LDAP, what will happen? So now, if you want to log into Ambari, what is the user ID password you are using?
Admin.
Okay, here you are giving admin, but okay, in real time also you'll give admin.
No, sir.
Then
so
what will be real time?
our user ID and password.
Password.
You'll give your user ID and password. Understand? Okay, you need to check them. Hey guys, okay, so whether we integrated these two, okay, hey, this whatever the Windows user ID password you have, okay, that will work for Linux studies if these two are integrated. Okay, some people will maintain Active Directory separately, some people will maintain LDAP separately. Understood? Understood, guys? Is there any rule that it should be integrated, guys? Is there any rule? See, okay, if Active Directory and LDAP, these two are integrated, okay, So here, okay, if Venkata is here, Venkata and welcome one, okay, then Venkata will welcome one will come here, okay. But okay, I'm not okay, integrating here, okay. So Active Directory is separate, okay, and LDAP is separate, okay. In this scenario, if you add Venkata welcome one here, okay, does it reflect here also? You have to add okay, welcome one separately. Okay, you may have to here, okay, so it may be okay. So LDAP user ID password, okay, so maybe okay, so this is my Windows user ID password. This is my LDAP user ID password. You have a separate user ID password to log into Linux servers. It means okay, these two are not integrated. You got my point? You got my point, guys? You have Windows user ID separate. Windows user ID password is separate. Linux user ID password separate means okay. Separate means okay. So you're not using the common one. You have not integrated these two. Okay. Active Directory is separately, LDAP is separately. In this scenario, so every time okay, what will happen? Okay, every time okay, you join. Okay, so HR will add you here. Okay, so here HR will add you. Okay, if there is no integration, HR will add you here. Okay, so manager RTL will add you here. Understood? Understood? Who will add where? And if there is no integration, the groups and all will be maintained. Okay, so groups, okay, users and groups, everything will be maintained here only. Understand? Okay. So here, okay, whatever is there here, they will not be synced here. Okay. If there is a group, you have to create in both the places separately. Okay. There is a user, you have to create, okay, both the places separately. Okay. But if you integrate, whatever is here, it will come here based on the rules you put here. Understood? Or any questions?
Sir, the mail ID, all those cases also done by HRs only.
Of
At
course,
the
that's
time
right. Mail ID creation will be done by HRs only, right?
Though, so that details also stored in AD or in LDAP also.
Okay. Just mail ID will be stored as a extra column in this one, sir. But okay. But actually, mail IDs will be maintained in
Separate server.
Microsoft this one, right?
Okay.
But here, okay, so you will have mail ID details, but okay, it is for no use, I would say.
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, where we need to check the logs for any other unauthorized user may try to log in our
Those are LDAP audits.
Okay. As an admin, we have a right to check those.
Sorry.
As a Hadoop admin, we can able to check the help that Harry raise logs, or we need to contact to that team.
You need to contact the audits team. Okay, they'll give you access.
But we don't have any access in our.
Normally, no. Clear? Are any questions?
Oh, one more in Ambari. Do we have any configuration we need to do as a admin to help server?
Okay. So now, okay, you can do configuration in. Okay. Okay. So now I will show you that also. Okay. How to do this one? How to configure this one? Okay. So.
What, sir? How to configure LDAP in Ambari?
Ambari, yes. Okay, how I can tell Ambari to use LDAP for the login for authentication. Okay. Okay, Ambari integration with LDAP. Okay. So this is the command you need to execute. Sudo Ambari server setup LDAP. Understand? When you run this command, it is asking, okay, enter the primary URL of LDAP server. Okay, you need to tell so the URL of LDAP server. This is the URL of LDAP server. Okay, the server name. Okay, LDAP server URL. Okay, then okay, if you have secondary URL also, you can tell. Okay, use SSL. Okay, so if LDAP is enabled with SSL, okay, use SSL true. Okay, so user object class. Okay, so here okay, you need to provide okay, what to search whenever you give a username. Okay, in which field okay you need to check. Okay, so user SAM account name. Okay, so group object class this one. Okay, group name in CN. Okay, so these are all okay some LDAP terminologies, guys. Okay, so here okay in which okay DNS I need to search. Okay, this is the DNS I need to search. Okay, so like this. Okay, so you will have okay, using what user I need to search. Okay, I need to search okay in LDAP test user using LDAP test user. Okay, they will create one test user using that. Okay, they will search actually. Okay, it will search okay for the given user and okay, validate whether it is correct or not. Okay, so what will happen? Okay, so here okay, you need to in Ambari side okay, you need to tell Ambari side okay, you need to tell okay. So LDAP server name, LDAP port number, LDAP port number. Okay, LDAP. Okay, so when you are giving user ID password, where to check? Okay, LDAP. Okay, this one. Okay, POSIX account. Okay, so LDAP. Okay, user group properties, user and group properties. Okay, after that, okay, so here okay, we need to give the SDN. Okay, so then okay, we need to give one okay set user, LDAP set user and password. Okay.
But sir, how do we know this?
If you ask okay LDAP people, they will give this LDAP set user and password.
So that setup, who will do this?
Okay, so what we need to do if you want to make Ambari to contact to LDAP, so first we need to contact LDAP team and get this use. Okay, there will be some read-only user ID password. Okay, so now whenever you try to log into this one, whenever you try to log into Ambari, so what Ambari will do, Ambari will send a request to this LDAP server on this port number. Okay, so and okay with the so how it can connect to LDAP, how it can send. Okay, so it should connect to Ambari should be able to connect to LDAP with the valid user ID password. Okay, so when it is connecting, it will use this user ID password and connect to LDAP and ask okay, hey, I want to check okay whether Venkata and this password, the given password for Venkata, both are valid or not. Now LDAP will check in its repository, user repository, and okay, will inform Ambari whether it is okay or not okay. Okay, if it is okay, then Ambari will allow you to log in itself. Otherwise, no. So in Ambari configuration, you need to provide these details. So Ambari will store all these details in the Ambari properties file. Okay, so whenever you try to log into here, okay, so whenever you enter password here, it will connect to LDAP and get validate this user ID password. If they are correct at LDAP, then only it will allow you to log in. Otherwise, it will not. Like this, okay, they will integrate even Hue also. Ambari they will integrate. Okay, Hue also they will integrate. Okay, so in future I will talk about Ranger. So for all these tools, okay, they will integrate with user ID, okay, with even NiFi also. Okay, so all these tools can be integrated with LDAP. So that okay, if anybody want to use this, they should have valid user ID password, and they should be added to the proper password. Okay, proper group also. Then only you'll be able to log in. See, normal in real time, okay, for okay, even NiFi cluster also will have dev NiFi cluster, okay, UAT NiFi cluster, production NiFi cluster like this. Okay, so when you have okay, these many different clusters, okay, if you want to restrict access, you will create separate group for separate environment. Okay, dev separate group, okay, UAT separate group, okay, like this. Okay.
Sir, one more. ఇది sorry. అంబారీలో హ్యామ్ లో కమాండ్స్ అన్ని రన్ చేస్తారు కదా సార్? హ్యామ్
HM, you need to run in HM only, right? In HM machine only. Ambari, wherever you install Ambari, in that machine only you need to run this command.
సో ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ అయ్యే ముందు రన్
No,
చేస్తారా?
no. Okay, so now I installed Ambari, right? But is it integrated with LDAP? It is not integrated. Okay, so it is using local users. Manage Ambari users. Okay, these are the local users it is taking. Understand? Okay, so there are only 2 local users. Okay, suppose now also I can integrate. Okay, so what I will do, okay, I will say sudo Ambari -server, okay, LDAP setup. LDAP setup, what is that? Setup LDAP. Setup LDAP, not LDAP setup, setup LDAP. Okay. When you run this command, okay, now it is asking. Currently, not matter configured. You want to use LDAP instead? Yes. Okay, enter Ambari admin login. Okay. What is Ambari admin login? Okay, so admin password. Welcome. Okay. Admin initially. Okay. Now it is asking. Okay, tell me what is the type of LDAP you want. Okay. Generic. Okay. Okay. Then okay. So what is the primary host? Understand? You need to enter the host. Okay. So ldap.hadoop.com. Okay. Port number you need to give. Okay. So port number. Okay. So let's say it is running on 3268. Okay. So invalid characters. Sir. Okay. So we need to give only this one. Okay. Then. Only the LDAP number. Okay. 389. Okay. Then okay. Secondary LDAP host. Okay. You can have, suppose, okay, if you have only one LDAP, if that one LDAP is down, okay, it will be a problem. Okay, you cannot log into Ambari. Okay. So if you have another LDAP, okay, you can give another LDAP. Okay. So this is a LDAP 2.hadoop.com. Okay, hadoop.com. Okay. And okay, port number. Okay. So this one, okay. So use SSL, okay, true or false. Okay. So I'm saying okay, false. Okay. Object class. Okay. So this is the object class. Okay. See, you understood? Okay. So when you keep on entering, okay, you will get all these details. Finally, if you enter all the details successfully, then okay, it will say LDAP setup has been completed successfully. Okay. Then once okay, it is set up successfully, then what you can do. So what you can see. So here, okay, after LDAP is integrated here, okay, now if you come and see here, okay, you will get all the users. What users you will get? Okay, you will go. Okay, so here I'm giving what are the users I want. Okay, whoever is part of this group. Okay, somewhere I'll put the group actually. Okay, so test user. What is the group name?
How we will identify the local user and LDAP user, sir? Is there any separate?
Sir, okay, so it is a local, okay, type local means, okay, here local, okay. So here, okay, you have LDAP here actually. Add users, okay.
Got it.
So user process, okay, so, okay. So you can see LDAP here actually, LDAP.
Okay, sir, fine.
LDAP. Okay. So actually, okay, somewhere okay, you will be giving here, guys, okay. So which group and all, okay, you will be giving here. I didn't give group here. Account services and LDAP test user. Okay, this one. Okay, somewhere okay, you will give the group actually. So for this, okay, for binding place only you will give the group actually. Okay, this one, yes. Okay, so whatever the group you tell, okay, so only those group people will be synced here. If you say if it is a dev Ambari, okay, then you will say dev_Hadoop_ADM. then dev underscore Hadoop underscore ADM. Under this group, whoever is there, okay, they will be added here.
But sir, this good group should exist in locally, yes.
Not locally. So in this machine, in LDAP machine.
Oh, okay.
So
Got
these
it.
are all
Got it.
LDAP group.
Okay, okay.
That group, okay, you are mentioning here. So here, okay, so here you may be having many groups, right? Like this, okay, you have many groups, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Inside this LDAP, there may be many groups, okay. But I want to, so here I need to sync only this group users. I don't want to go from all these groups actually. Okay, I want only from this group, okay. So here in the configuration, okay, while giving the configuration itself, okay, you will tell, okay, here. Okay, so I want this group people only, okay. And whoever is, okay, dev, let's say this is dev, okay, dev cluster means, okay, dev Ambari means you will give like this. So then, okay, whoever is part of this group, only those people will be synced inside Ambari. Only those people will be having access here. Understood? Are any questions? Understood? Or any questions? It is the
So
same.
basically for us, Hadoop admin need not to do anything if someone is coming. It will be done by.
If he is added to the group, automatically he'll come here.
Okay, sir.
Sir, okay, and we need to see, okay, how they, okay. You know, some people, what they will, instead of giving group, okay, they'll give direct names here. In that case,
Then those users will have directly the access. Yes.
only those users will have. When a new user joined, okay, again you need to add that user separately. Understood?
Got it, sir. Yes.
Okay, but it is always better to go with the group only, not with the individual usernames. If I go with the group, okay, tomorrow if a person is deleted from group, okay, automatically will be deleted from Ambari. A person is added to this group, automatically that person will be added to Ambari also. You got my point? Any questions, guys? Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. I hope it is clear, okay, from your side. Okay. So I guess, like, we have spent enough time on LDAP part. Okay. So let us come back to theory part. Okay. So LDAP Active Directory provides a centralized solution for managing servers and users. Okay. So here, okay, so this LDAP or Active Directory. So this is, okay, one of the critical part for authentication. Okay. So this is LDAP ID will be used to do the validation, user validation actually. Okay. So these tools are very helpful to manage the users and groups majorly. Okay. And okay, these are like single point of management for all users and accounts and associate rights. Okay. For your employees, along with many required security lockdown processes. Okay. So, okay, forget about theory part, but I hope, okay, you understood what is LDAP. It's a common user repository. Okay. So where you maintain all the users group and their groups. Okay. So based on the users and groups only, so your access will be restricted. Okay. See, if you have valid user ID password, doesn't mean that you can log into any of the machine in that company. They will restrict. They'll restrict by cluster wise. Okay. So, okay, they restrict by project wise, they restrict by team wise. Okay. So it's up to them how they use, but end of the day, it is a tool to restrict users. Okay. To manage users and to restrict users to not log into all the servers. Understood? Understood? Are any questions? Okay, I'll take it like this if you don't answer me. Okay. So now, Okay, with LDAP, what you are able to do, guys, with LDAP. Okay, so you have seen LDAP here. Okay, with LDAP, okay, you are able to authenticate users. What do you mean of authentication? Okay, so you are checking. Okay, if somebody provide the user ID password, okay, you will, okay, LDAP will check whether it is correct or not. It will match, okay, with the user ID password it has, and if both are same, then it will give a go. Otherwise, it is a no go. Okay, so that is this one. Okay, so that is okay. User authentication. Okay, so LDAP, okay, will do the user authentication. LDAP will do the user authentication. Okay. Okay, so what is this service authentication, guys? What is the service authentication? What do you mean of service authentication? So okay, let us take this scenario. I have a Hadoop cluster. This is my Hadoop cluster. Okay, so let us go to the first picture. Okay, this is my Hadoop cluster. Okay, now here my name node is running. Okay, suppose okay here so Venkata is a person. Okay, Venu is a person. Okay, but okay, Venkata is a Hadoop admin, Hadoop guy. Okay, Venu is okay, is a Linux guy. But somehow okay, we are allowing even Linux people also. Okay. Linux is also logged in. Okay, can I restrict okay only Venkata to submit commands to name node? So I should restrict okay name node, okay, or I should tell name node, hey, you accept the commands only from the valid users, not from okay, not from all users. How name node will say will understand that okay, he's a valid user and he's invalid user? Are you getting my point? Or okay, let's say okay, so here is the Venkata Hadoop admin, Venu Hadoop developer. Okay. So some guy, okay, Raki, okay, he's a hacker. Somehow this hacker okay, logged into this edge node. Okay, log into this edge node. If you run a command, will it work or not?
Yes, it will work.
Yes, sir.
It will work, right? Okay, but okay, is a Raki valid user? He's a hacker. Correct or not?
Sir.
Is a hacker. Okay, now the question is that okay, how named will understand? Okay, yes, I am receiving a request or command from correct user and I should reply to the correct user only. How named will understand that? Okay, we understood that okay. We know that okay, data node will send heartbeat to name node. Okay, what is the guarantee that okay, correct data node is sending heartbeat to correct name node only? Huh?
Sir, etc hosts we are putting that host name. Yes, sir. Based on that host name, it will recognize.
So if I put anything, okay, it will work, right? In that case,
Yes, yes.
there's
Whichever
a
is
hacker
going.
okay, who logged in and he has put okay, whatever the names you want.
Yes, sir. Yeah, correct.
It will work, right?
It will work. Correct.
So here okay, is the question is that okay, say user authentication okay, you will do with the valid user ID and password. We have valid user ID and password. Password, it will work. Sir, no. User authentication, okay. But how the service authentication will be done? What do you mean service authentication? So whenever anybody is contacting the service, okay. So Venkata should prove that okay, prove to name node that okay, I am a valid user. Then only name node will reply, will accept the command, Venkata command and okay, and reply to Venkata command, execute Venkata command. Okay, if anybody is submitting the job, okay, so that person has to, okay, developer is submitting a job to resource manager. Developer has to prove himself that okay, hey RM, okay, I'm the valid user. Okay, so please accept my request. So RM should validate, okay, so whether he is really a valid user or not, and then only he should accept the job. RM should accept the job. Okay. This is called as service authentication, service level authentication. Okay. So this service level authentication, can it be done by LDAP? Can it be done by LDAP? No, it cannot be done by LDAP. Okay. LDAP is only helpful for user authentication. Okay. So if you want to do service authentication, okay, so valid, okay, so you should go with a new tool which is called as Kerberos. Understand? Which is a new tool. So new tool which is called Kerberos. Okay. So if you want to secure the service interactions, okay, LDAP cannot do that. Okay. So you should use a new technology which is called as Kerberos. Okay. So I don't want to start Kerberos, okay, right now, guys. Okay. Because okay, I don't want to cut in between and okay, explain Kerberos. Okay. So firstly, I will start tomorrow. Is it fine? We'll stop it here. Okay, if no questions, okay, and we'll start tomorrow freshly. Maybe okay, tomorrow
Yes.
till 9:30 we will extend. Okay, some half an hour we will extend. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay.